So the Fantastic Four are shown off to be as superheroes and celebrities, which is pretty cool, and I like. And also, Sue and Rita are gonna get married, but before that, Johnny, being the player himself, and Ben, they both take Reed to the club. Yeah, to the club to celebrate. In which once Reed loosens up and gets into the mood of it all, he's also shown off to be a player with the ladies too, which is pretty cool. I like. And yeah, so anyways, and then Sue shows up with with this other character being a general who served more as a last minute stand-in for the character of Nick Fury, but Fox, couldn't use Nick Fury for this movie because they didn't have the rights to use him. So yeah, and so then Reed ends up, coming up with this device that creates this force field bubble, to capture the Silver Surfer. And so once they got him, they take him to the base, in which where we, end up getting some stomach exposition from the Silver Surfer, and yeah, so he tells Sue that the surfboard of his is what draws Galactus to the planets that he eats, and then Doom ends up betraying everyone, taking the surfboard for himself and flying off with it. And the Fantastic Four, they um they get the Fantastic car, which is pretty cool, and they fly off after Doom. And I gotta say, this movie was inspired, well, yeah, it took inspiration from the Ultimate Universe, which I love, but yeah, specifically being the book Ultimate Extinction. So yeah, so they end up doing this power switch thing upon contact, in which Johnny ends up being the one getting everyone's powers. And yeah, so he fights Doom and he takes him down. And Sue also ended up getting impaled too, and so she was slowly dying. And the world was coming to an end because Galactus, the big cloud. But then once the Surfer gets his board back, he flies up into the cloud and he blows it up, taking himself out along with Galactus, supposedly, because he ends up surviving during the post-credit scene. But yeah, so he ended up surviving because they were supposedly planning on making a I don't know, spin-off movie or whatever, planning on making a future movie in which in which Galactus is actually shown in it, and the Silver Surfer shows up in it too, but that ended up getting canceled. So yeah, but overall, this was awfully similar to the Fantastic Four First Steps, and I enjoyed it too. It was good.